Hey guys, so again, these are questions that were handed out today at tutorial. So November 21st, a tutorial for your upcoming test to do with order of operations with positive and negative integers. So in the last video, I was telling you that I was going to do the next two questions underneath. I'm actually going to skip this one because it's easier. I'm going to go on to do this one, and I would like to do this one where you have a negative inside the bracket when you're doing your exponents, okay? So we'll start with this one. So I have a bracket, so I'll write my BEDMAS here for you guys to see. Okay, so you should know that already, that those are the rules you have to follow. All right, so you have 5 times, you have a bracket, -4 plus +6, and then all of that squared. So first thing, before I can square this, it's not just 6 squared. I have to reduce inside the bracket first. So I have a -4 plus +6. So the rules for adding with integers says if they're opposite signs, you ignore the signs for a second and you subtract the two numbers that are there. So you do 6 minus 4 is 2, and then you take the sign of the bigger number. So that means like the absolute value of the bigger number. So 6 is a bigger number than 4. So I'm going to keep the sign that's in front of the 6. So it's +2. So I have 2 squared. Okay, I can't forget about my 5 over here. So I got to bring down 5 times. So it's 5 times 2 squared. So I've now done my brackets. My next thing is exponents. So it was +2. So 2 squared is 2 times 2, which is 4. And I bring down my 5. Okay, so now I've done brackets, I've done exponents. All I'm left with right now for this question is multiplication. So 5 times 4. So they're both positive. So that would just be +20. And that's your answer. Okay, you don't have to write the plus sign when the answers are positive, but just don't forget it to write it when the answer is negative. Okay, so I'll move to this question that was underneath, like I said, where you actually have a negative inside the bracket for the question. So you have here, this way you can still see the BEDMAS that's up here. Okay, so you have -2 to the power of 2. So here, this is what I was trying to explain to you guys, that it goes back and forth between even numbers and odd numbers. So when I do -2 times -2, well, a negative times a negative is a positive. So this is +4 because you have -2 squared. If I was going to add another -2, so if I times, like if it was to the power of 3, then that would be +4 times -2, and that would go to -8. So that's what we were learning in class, that it goes back and forth between even numbers and odd numbers, whether it's positive or negative. Okay, so in this case, -2 to the power of 2, which is an even number, is +4. Okay, now I'm just going to bring down the rest, times 10 plus 8. So I have no brackets left, I have no exponents left. So I do +4 times 10. So you don't need this bracket here if you don't want it, but I've noticed that it's helping you guys, so I'm leaving them there. So 4 times 10, they're both positive. So that's +40 plus 8. So again, now we just have two positive numbers. So 40 plus 8, you just add them up. +48 should be your answer. Okay, so if you have any questions about any of the other other ones that are on this sheet, please come see me at tutorial. We have tutorial tomorrow, so Thursday and Friday. We're going to have an online quiz on Thursday to just make sure that we can do 5 order of operations questions. And the idea is to have a test on this stuff on Friday. Okay, so good luck and come see me if you have any questions.